Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the Homespun Wife. My name is Sherry, and I am so glad that you have chosen to spend some time with me today on this Monday chat that we're going to have. I hope that the weather is beautiful where you are because it is gorgeous here after some snow last week and ice and freezing rain and freezing temperatures. Today it's supposed to get up near 60 degrees, and I'm awfully excited about spring around the corner. And it won't be long now. We're in the last week of February, hard to imagine. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to come along today and just do a very casual chat with some of my homespun friends and see what you guys are doing to get ready for spring. Now, as the weekend approached, the weekend that's just ending, we just decided we were going to get out of the house a little bit because it has been so cold and we have been inside. And what I was looking for was a house flag. I have probably 20 house flags and of every kind. I have like 3 or 4 fall flags, and I have a couple of Thanksgiving flags. I have um, Christmas flags. I have spring. I have summer. I have a snowman flag. I have all kinds of different flags. But the one kind of flag that I do not have is just a simple, non-seasonal, like monogram, type flag that you can put out at times like this when it's still like the end of February and spring is not exactly here yet. And so there might be a couple of weeks in there where you just like to have, um, I don't know, just a general house flag that wasn't particularly seasonal. I didn't have that. And so we went down to my favorite store, Hamrick's, to take a look around and see what we could find. And believe it or not, they did not have any house flags. Now, back about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was in Hamrick's and saw that they had spring and Easter garden flags out. And so I bought 2 matching garden flags. I should have brought those in here to show you guys what they look like. I didn't think about that. But they are just kind of like, I think they're like a light yellow and they have like welcome on them. It has like a spring flower on it or something. And where I put those is I put one garden flag right here behind the house on the patio, and just across the yard, if you've looked at some of my videos, I've done a few outside, you'll see a little building out there, and that's, my husband's lawn care building. I put a little flag out there, and I thought I'll just get matching ones, and that'll look so nice. But I noticed that there is just a huge shortage of house flags. So even though Hamrick's did not have the flag that I was looking for, they did have some beautiful door hangers, decorative door hangers for spring and summer, and they were all 50% off. And so I will show you one that I bought because I told my husband I can't resist this price. I think tax and all, I ended up paying like $12.36 for this. And I should have gotten another. I had one with a wagon. I really loved the look of the little wagon door hanger with the flowers coming out of it. They had one with like a light colored truck that also had flowers in the back. I thought, now that would be pretty. But anyway, I just bought one, and I thought I'm going to go home and dig through my drawer and see if I can find a flag that matches. And if I can, I don't care if it's spring. I do not mind if it's too springy. I'm going to put it up anyway because I just don't want to wait. I had my Valentine flag out there, and I'm like, it's got to come down. I had my big heart on the front door. I'm like, that's got to come down. It's the end of February. I've got to get this down. And of course, the next thing is spring. We're getting very close to what they call meteorological spring. And so I thought I'm just going to go ahead and do spring. And my neighbors will understand, I'm sure. Let me show you my door hanger. You probably saw this in the thumbnail. Is that not gorgeous? I absolutely love this. The colors, it's got these little fringy things and the little flowers on it. I mean, okay, I paid $12.36 for that, tax and all. And it's like a little pillow, I guess you might say. Now, it has this ribbon on it that has a wire in there. And the reason that I have it bent over, I went and took it off my door this morning. That's why it looks like this. But when I put it up without fixing this ribbon, it hung way down on my door. Our house, it's kind of up on a hill, and our little patio area, a little porch area on the front has a little fencing around it. And with all of that there from the road, you couldn't really make out this. So I thought I'm going to have to, bend this up a little bit, put it up higher on the door so you can kind of see it from the road. There you go. I did find a flag that I had. I think I had bought it at Hamrick's, and I've only used it a short time, and it is of a pink bicycle, but it's only the front part of the bicycle with the basket on it, full of all kinds of colorful flowers. The colors are very similar to this, and I think it matches okay because my house flag is, like I say, I have like a porch area that kind of stands up, and you go down some steps, and then that's where, the flower beds and things are. That's where my flag is. So they're in close proximity, and I wanted them to look similar. So there you go. If I had a flag just like this, I'd put it out. But I'm going to start looking. I could find one somewhere. But that's one thing that I did. Got that going. I need to know from you if you put up house flags and if you put something on your door for the springtime. Lots of things out there. I have a few, and like a few reeds and things that are sort of like grapevine. But anyway, I love a pop of color on the house, especially when winter is done. When I could not find a flag there at Hamrick's, we came home, brought my husband home. I told him, I said, I'm going to run down to Ollie's. I have a 15% off coupon, and I'm going to go down there. I bet they have flags down there because they always do. Well, I went to Ollie's, and you won't believe this, I know, but I walked out with zilch. Didn't buy anything, but I will tell you about my experience. They had no house flags, none, at my Ollie's. They had a few garden flags left. I had just been there a couple of weeks ago when they had tons of garden flags, but they'd either sold them all or something had happened. They had no house flags. They were putting out all kinds of spring things. They were putting out like fertilizers and all of that. And they had a big section with like garden pots and, things for the springtime. And something else that they had that I thought was absolutely gorgeous, and I almost bought one, but I did not, was they had some beautiful reeds. Oh my goodness. And they were big ones. Let's see. I don't think they were quite as big as this, but they might have been, just like, they were like your standard wreath. They were really pretty. And they had all kinds of colorful flowers on them. Some had like forsythia vines going around it. Some had like what looked like sort of like lilac and white and purple, mixed in between. Some of them had the colorful Easter eggs on them. One even had like a brown wicker type bunny in the middle of it. Let's see, what other flags did they have? They had patriotic flags with like red, white, and blue berries around the grapevine, and then in the middle was a big metal star that was in the patriotic colors. But the prices on these, some of them, like the ones with the forsythia and the yellow, maybe they had some with little yellow daffodil accents and all, they were $14.99. And then they had some for $16.99. And then the one with like the bunny and a lot more of the extras, they were $19.99. You will not find a wreath like that for that price. Some of them were already gone. They had one that had all tulips, like pink and white tulips. It was beautiful. They were beautiful. And if I had needed one, I would have bought one. But I just bought the door hanger. So I thought, I'm not going to get that. I don't really need it, but it's beautiful. I could use it later, but I don't know if I will. I have some wreaths. I just, I just don't think I'm going to get that right now. So then I went over to the books, and I took a look around over there. And friends, they have a ton of nice faith-based coloring books. They had some about couples from the Bible, and it had like on one side it had the story of like Ruth and Boaz, and I'm trying to think of the other ones that like Mary and Joseph and these stories. And then on the opposite side was a picture you could color, and so that was really nice. They were $3.99. They were bringing out all kinds of like little devotional books, and a few of them even were nice, like leather-like material with a zipper around. I'm trying to remember what the price was on those, if they were like $6.99 or $8.99 or something. Ollie's is just so inexpensive. It's hard to fathom it. And anyway, I kept looking, and while I was there, I spotted something, and I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that they have these. And I already have it. I already have it because I bought it. I think I bought it a couple years ago, and I know I paid more for it. But you know that I'm a big fan of Ideals magazine. I love Ideals. I have for years. I remember my maternal grandmother always had Ideals magazines around for like the different seasons of the year. They used to make many editions, but now they only make, I think, Christmas and Easter. That's it. But anyway, they had this, and like I say, I already had it. That's what I'm gonna show you. I didn't buy it, but for $1.99, they had this Easter Ideals magazine, and this is, I think it's from 2022. Let me look. Yes, this is the 2022 edition. It is regularly was $12.99, and so here is. Run down to your Ollie's and get one of these. I love Ideals, like I say, for many reasons. One, you can throw it on your coffee table. If I have a spring-looking, light-colored kind of little throw to put over my couch, you can even lay this book kind of next to it, and it's just decorative in that way. Then it is also chock full of wonderful readings that, like poetry and all kinds of stories and quotes. Look at this. Here's some quotes in this magazine that you can read. Let's see. The deep roots never doubt that spring will come. That's Marty Rubin. And let's see if we can read another one. I love spring anywhere, but if I could choose, I would always greet it in a garden. That's Ruth Stout. So these are some of the quotes that are in here, and the pictures are phenomenal. And then you also have like some recipes that are scattered throughout. And always the Easter story is told. And look how pretty these are. There's a poem about the wild violets. And so I just really think this is one of the prettiest books. Let's see if I can show you. And look at this. There's a cross, and has the scripture verse, let me hear in the morning of your steadfast love, for in you I trust. And that's Psalm 143:8. And there's the cross, but look at that scene. Wow. So this was $1.99, and it has this awesome cover on it. It's not like a magazine, regular magazine cover. You know, it's a thick cover. And oh, look. There's the bunnies down there. So cute in the springtime. Yeah, and that tells you what's in there. Springtime recipes, seasonal poetry, inspiring essays, biblical accounts of the Easter story, and full-colored photographs and art. Yes, and I'll show you one. I do have quite a few Ideals. Probably a dozen of them of different types, but here's one from back when they used to make one for the springtime. They'd make one for autumn. They made one, I think, called Friendship Ideals, and they would have all kinds of things about friends in it. I have one of those. They used to make all types, and they stopped. You know, times change, I guess. But this is so pretty too. This is, let me see what year this one is from 2018, and I think it was one of the last years that they actually did a springtime edition. And look on the back, and it says, "Spring has returned. The earth is like a child that knows poems." So sweet. And so anyway, look at that. Oh, so lovely. So anytime that you can get an Ideals magazine somewhere, I've actually come across a couple of them that look like they've never even been cracked open at a Goodwill locally. And so keep your eyes peeled for Ideals magazine. Saw that while I was there. Thought I would give you the heads up on that. What else did I see? I didn't buy anything. I just looked around. You know, sometimes it's nice just to walk around and look. And I left without purchasing anything. I have purchased something else recently, though, that I thought I would tell you about. At Christmas, you guys remember me telling you that we played Christmas bingo as a family. We had done that years ago before we had very many grandchildren. I think the couple that we had were super young, and the adults would play. And so we have not done that for a long time. And so I was trying to find something new to do with my family at Christmas instead of just rushing in, eating, and, you know, throwing open a present or two and then running out the door. I thought, what can we do to have a good time together? Well, I had seen on Amazon some Christmas bingo cards, and I was thinking to myself, I'm going to get those. And instead of using the little paper tabs that come with those cards, I bought some plastic tokens, and I bought some little organza, white organza bags. And in each bag, I can't remember if I put like 15 tokens or 20 tokens or something. And when we all get together, we have typically around 20 or 18 to 20 people together. And I thought this is something that even the younger grandkids can do, the oldest family members can do, and this will be fun. And so I think I went to the bank and got like, I don't know, $60 or $70 worth of $1 bills. And I told everyone they could win 2 or 3 times. I made the announcement at the time we played the game. And every time you win, you get $1. It was a huge hit. I mean, huge. Everyone loved it. Everyone played it. My mom, my dad, even the little baby who's 2 sat next to her mom, and they each had a card that they were playing on. And it was so much fun, and I just can't even tell you. So I thought, I don't know what we're going to do for Easter. Every year it sort of changes. It depends on when Easter is, if it's early or late, and what kind of schedule the different family members have. But when I thought about something we could do at Easter time, I thought, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to purchase some bingo cards for Easter. And I'm going to put them with my Easter decorations. And then in future years, we will play some bingo when everyone is over. So let me show you what that looks like. I got this, like I say, from Amazon. Look how cute this is. Now, guys, you get a big bunch of cards. I mean, I was trying to remember exactly how many cards is here. I can't remember if it's like 25 or something, bingo cards. So it's enough for everybody. My husband and I typically don't even play. We, this Christmas, we just went around helping everyone and just drawing out these are the cards that you break apart and you pull it out. I pull it out of a little bag and I would announce it. And here's the different little figures, like there's the bread and the wine and the lily flower, and there's King Herod and Mary and Jesus and the crown of thorns. You can see the Roman soldier. The empty tomb is here. Now I chose to get the Christian cards for my family. I think they have some that have only, secular things on them, but I just chose, they still have like Easter eggs and a candle, but it is just, is there a bunny on there? Yeah, the rabbit, and then they have the little lamb. So anyway, I just thought this was wonderful, and we will have a lot of fun. So I bought these cards, and they came just this weekend. And then here's another big, wow. It's a lot of traffic going by there. Somebody's being awfully loud. They're still working across the street on my neighbor's house. I told you this in one of my previous videos. Doing a lot of work over there. He had a lot of damage from Hurricane Helene. And so I'm glad that I know he's happy, to be getting that done. And so you might hear a lot of noise coming and going over there. This is 1,000 pieces of the game tokens. This is what they look like. And I have all the different little colors. And I thought this would be better than paper. It would be easier to keep apart for the young kids, and none of our children really put things in their mouths or anything like that. Most of our grandkids are 6 and older. We only have one that's younger than that. So anyway, and then I bought, when I was getting ready to think, what kind of little drawstring bag can I get to store the Easter tokens in for each person, because you get a card and you get a little bag of tokens. I chose yellow because I thought, wow, that would look great with this little Easter set we have here. So there you go. That is, that's what I ordered recently. Thought you guys might like to see that. And before I close out my day, I did want to share with you 3 channels that I'm watching. I'm thinking I might put that under a separate video because we've already been talking about 20 minutes and I don't want to go too long. So I think what I will do is I was going to share with you my little devotion that I read this morning and share with you the 3 channels. I watch a lot of channels. I probably have 30 or 40 channels in my lineup. I can't watch them all every day, but I have like my top, dozen or so that I watch, maybe a little more frequently. And then there's other ones I watch periodically. So I wanted to just list them about 3 at a time to give you guys a chance to go over. So in my next video, or in a video coming up, I'm going to list 3 of them for you, and I would love for you to go check them out. And then I'll share my devotion that I'm reading for today. That'll be like a 2-parter. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this Monday chat. Like I say, in the comments below, let me know if you put something on your front door for Easter time. Let me know if you have set plans every Easter or no. Our plans always fluctuate. It just depends. And also you can let me know if you enjoy Ideals Magazine, if your grandmother or your mother had Ideals magazines when you were growing up. I just remember these, and they are so nostalgic for me. I just really love them. And look at this sweet lamb. Look at that. Precious. So let me know in the comments below if you like Ideals Magazine. Friends, it's been great to have a brief chat with you. Just to spend time together is always lots of fun. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.